right, good afternoon, sport lovers. This is Sport Echoes on Melody 100.7 FM. On this show, we dive deep into stories behind the scores, the legends, the heartbreaks, the breakthroughs, and the unforgettable moments. Yes, that shapes sports as we know it today. There's also the quiz segment later on the show where I ask questions, and if you get them, you're gonna win something. Alright, from Nigerian Golden Goals to Olympic Sharks to African Giants that shook the world stage. This show is your backstage pass to the past. I'm gonna be bringing you facts, voices, memories, and maybe even a few chills as we relive the moment that made fans scream, a nation proud, and history take note. So whether you're in traffic or at home or you're just chilling with your radio, I promise you this, after today you will never see sports the same way again. Alright, I welcome you in the name of the chairman of Melody FM, Prophet Sam Adebayojo Baba Authority, and also the general manager of Melody 100.7 FM, Eniola Afalabi, the sports marshal. The producer of the show is Pretty the Finest, Adegoke. Big shout out to the guys taking care of VIZ. Oyewale Adetoro. Brava, you're still taking care of VIZ. A big shout out to Auntie Fee, Omoyelo. The guys in the building. These are the guys in the block right now. Alright, Akinbobola, Egunfemi, welcome aboard.
What was the lesson that you learned from that Galacticos era?
Yeah, in Real Madrid was so special because Florentino Perez changed the world of football in every way, because all the money we see now in football is because of him. Real Madrid was in the 300 million euro debt, and he sold our training facility. He bought another place and he started to invest in huge players. Zidane, Figo, I was the third Galactico, Beckham, so the four Galacticos. All the brands was looking to us to invest in us. All Galacticos had the same salary, but me and David, it was two that made more money with the brands, and we share with Real Madrid. So I can say that we play for free for Real Madrid because we made so much with the brands. We made so many income for Real Madrid that we almost play for free.
What was the lesson that you learned from that Galacticos era?
Yeah, in Real Madrid was so special because Florentino Perez changed the world of football in every way, because all the money we see now in football is because of him. Real Madrid was in the 300 million euro debt, and he sold our training facility. He bought another place and he started to invest in huge players. Zidane, Figo, I was the third Galactico, Beckham, so the four Galacticos. All the brands was looking to us to invest in us. All Galacticos had the same salary, but me and David, it was two that made more money with the brands, and we share with Real Madrid. So I can say that we play for free for Real Madrid because we made so much with the brands. We made so many income for Real Madrid that we almost play for free.
So that was Ronaldo. We are talking about the fact that Real Madrid, led by Florentino Perez, the president of the club, when they signed him alongside three other players who were known as the Galacticos. Beckham, Zidane, Raul, and also De Lima Ronaldo. I had to put that De Lima because many people would mistake the Cristiano Ronaldo to the other Ronaldo I'm talking about. But this one is the Brazilian Ronaldo. So that was his voice right there talking about Florentino Perez when they signed him alongside three other players. And one thing to note is the business side of sport and football. He said Real Madrid were in debt. They had a lot of things to pay for, but after they decided alongside the other Galacticos, they played for free. I mean, they made so much money from their transfer alongside their brand itself. And he mentioned that that's Ronaldo, and Beckham were the two guys that made so much money for Real Madrid. Finally, he said that it looked like they played for free. So it drives me to the conversation for today. And the topic is the evolution of football, license, and merchandise. So today on Sport Echoes, we're going to look at the business behind the beautiful game of football, the round letter game of football. From club jerseys and scarves to boots, branded caps, replica kits, video games, and even lifestyle fashion collections. We also saw football merchandise that has grown into a multi-billion-dollar industry. One big question is, how did it all begin? How did football move from a simple sport played on the pitch to a global commercial empire where clubs now can earn massive revenue from license and merchandise? Hence the topic for today, the business behind the beautiful game. How was Florentino Perez able to do all of that? It takes a wise man, it takes a businessman. Right now in the MPFL, we have about three teams already qualified to the MPFL from the NNL. You know one fortunate thing? All three teams are privately owned. Interliga, Sportliga, Stoma United. All three have qualified to the NPFL. Just one more slot left. Group D is currently led by Rangers Bees. The top side in Kaduna, I beg your pardon. It's been led by one of the players in the Super Eagles squad, Sadiq Amar, alongside former governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai, son, to be precise, his son, not the former governor himself. Both of them manage Rangers B. So should Rangers B qualify because they are currently top in their group, then we have all four teams here qualified to the MPFL, and all those teams are privately owned. And should Remo Stars survive this season, maybe Kun Khalifat also survive, and Barawo FC, although is still keenly contested in the MPFL, we're going to have about 7 to 8, and it's going to mean that this or next season we'll have the highest number of privately owned teams in the MPFL. That's if should Remo Stars survive this season. Currently they are walloping in the relegation zone alongside Kum Khalifat, Ikorodu City up there. Barao FC, is still keenly contested because, I mean, if they lose some of their games, because it's 4 games to go in the MPFL, they lose about 2-3 games, back to the relegation zone. Something is happening, something is changing. We're starting to see privately owned personnel, owned clubs in the MPFL. We're going to look at the business behind the game. That's why I played that particular clip of Ronaldo talking about Florentino Perez. And you know one funny thing? David Beckham has a club, Inter Miami, alongside Ronaldo himself. Must have learned from Florentino Perez. I remember I mentioned that David Beckham alongside that's Ronaldo, the guys that made so much money. Real Madrid made so much money from them. Maybe it's their turn right now to make so much money on the business side of football. No, you know what? I'm just a boy. I'm just saying it. Before we begin to trace the history and evolution of football, talking about a license and merchandise, it's important for us to first understand what these two terms truly mean, because many football fans buy jerseys, scarves, boots and club branded items without necessarily understanding the business structure behind them. Let us start with licensing. In simple terms, licensing is a legal business agreement. So I'll take that again. Licensing is a legal business agreement. It is a process through which a football club, a league, a federation, or sometimes even an individual player grants another company the official right to use its identity for commercial purposes. That identity includes what we call intellectual property. These can include the club official name, the badge or logo, official color, slogan, mascots, players' names and shirt numbers, and also official images and likeness, even stadium names and competition brands. For example, when you see companies, top sports companies like Nike, Adidas, Puma producing official jerseys of football clubs, those companies are not doing it casually. They are doing it under a licensing agreement. I'm trying to explain the terms, that's license and merchandise. Let's do justice to licensing. Talking about it's a legal business agreement. That means the club gives them the legal rights to manufacture and sell products carrying the club's official brand. In return, the club earns money through royalties, sponsorship, fees, or revenue sharing agreement. This is why not every jersey in the market is considered official. The new jersey is the one that is produced and distributed under an authorized license. Anything outside that framework may be unofficial, counterfeit, or pirated. It's different from the new jersey. So some of the jerseys we wear, maybe we buy them on the streets, but most of them are not licensed. The genuine jerseys are the ones that are produced and distributed under authorized each license right there. Talking about, just to explain it, the Super Eagles jersey. If you want to get this official Super Eagles jersey, you have to always look out for the official site of NFF to get the official jersey. I have a jersey. I'll use myself as an example. I got it on the street, so it's not authorized. Just to explain that. It's so similar. It looks similar, but it's not the same thing with the authorized jersey. Now, talking about merchandise. Merchandise simply refers to physical products sold to fans and also customers right out there. These are items supporters use to express their loyalty and emotional connection to a club or player. These include official jerseys, training kits, shorts, socks, face caps, scarves, wristband, mugs, key holders, backpacks, notebooks, water bottles, phone cases, footballs, posters, signed fan shirts. And today, merchandise has gone beyond sportswear to become part of fashion, culture, and lifestyle. A fan wearing a football jersey is no longer only preparing for a match day. That jersey has become an everyday fashion statement. People now wear club jerseys to social gatherings, hangouts, campuses, gyms, and even media appearances. This is where football begins to cut across sport into commerce and identity. What makes the business extremely powerful is the emotional economy behind football. Football is not just a game, it's a loyalty, it's heritage, also belonging. Many people inherit club allegiance from family. The father supports the club and the child grows into that same loyalty. That emotional connection is what turns a simple shirt into high-value commercial product. The jersey is no longer just fabric, it's become a symbol of pride. It says, "This is who I support." That emotional attachment is one of the strongest drivers of licensed football merchandise globally. And now let's look at the business chain. In licenses, there are usually key players involved. First, we have the licensor. This is the owner of the right. For example, a football club like United, Manchester United, Real Madrid, or a body like FIFA. So they are the licensor, the owner of the rights. Second, we have the license. This is company given rights to produce and sell the merchandise. For example, the brands I mentioned earlier, Adidas, Nike, producing a club jersey. And third, we have the retailer or distribution channel. These could be official club stores, sports shops, supermarkets, e-commerce websites, online marketplaces. The fan then becomes the final consumer. This entire chain is carefully structured to ensure quality control, brand protection, and revenue generation. This is why clubs fiercely protect their logos and symbols from unauthorized use, because every logo on a shirt represents money, brand value, and legal ownership. Without licensing, anyone could produce a fake product and profit from any club's identity. Without licensing, like I said earlier, any club or anybody could produce fake products. This is why trademark protection is central to football merchandise business. The global licensed sports merchandise market is worth tens of billions of dollars. Recent industry estimates put the licensed sports merchandise market above $39 billion globally. That's massive, with football contributing a significant share of that figure. That tells us something very important. Football is no longer just played on the pitch, it is also played in the marketplace. And in many cases, clubs make huge revenues from merchandise sales even outside match days. This is why understanding licensing and merchandise is crucial to understanding football as a business. You know, sometimes we wonder how these clubs make big money. Maybe Nigeria right now, maybe we're not there yet. I've seen a few people with Shooting Stars jersey. Definitely, if you get it from the official store, you make money. Apart from even selling players, you make good money from merchandise. But it now depends on how big your brand is. You can go to any street out there, you see Manchester United jersey. Even though some of them are maybe fake, it goes to show that across the whole world, there are a lot of people that use this jersey. It shows that the brand itself is big for people to even make the fake of it. not big enough. I don't think people would even want to create fake of that jersey, because why they are creating the fake of it is just to make it cheaper for people to wear, and also to make good money, because they know that people will still come for the brand. I'm not trying to support it, I'm just trying to explain why we see so many fake jerseys out there. It's that massive that they make huge amounts of money from the sale of their jerseys or their football kits in general. That's why it's so special for some fans. When they get the football jersey of a particular player, some of them in turn probably sell it, get a boot of Cristiano Ronaldo signed by Cristiano Ronaldo, and as well just, you know what, sell it, and definitely you see somebody that would buy it more than the actual price. Now let's go back to the early days, and that's why this show is intriguing. It goes back to the early days. It takes you back to the early days. That's why it's called Sport Echoes. Now that we understand what licensing and merchandise mean, let's go back to the early days of football and examine how business model began. To truly appreciate how massive football merchandise has become today, let's first understand that in its early years, football was not built as a commercial industry. In the beginning, football clubs were primarily community institutions, and many clubs were founded by worker union, churches, schools, local communities, industrial companies, military or railway organizations. Their purpose was not originally profit. Their focus was competition, community pride, and sporting identity. Revenue at that time came mainly from very simple sources. These include matchday gate fee, membership subscription, donation from wealthy patrons, local sponsorship support, and sometimes municipal assistance. There were almost no concept of global branding, no official replica kits, no branded lifestyle products, no online stores, no international merchandise deals. The club shirt was simply a plain uniform. Its purpose, I beg your pardon, was identification on the pitch and not commercial sales. Fans came to watch, match, cheer the teams, and go home. There was little thought given to the shirt as a business asset. This is important because it shows how radical football has changed. In the early decades, jerseys were very simple. They carried club colors, a plain crest, and members, numbers, sometimes no crest at all. Sometimes ago, I saw the jersey of the Nigeria Super Eagles. They were not called the Super Eagles at that time. In fact, they played barefooted, and if you check their jersey, there was no brand on it. It was just a tight body hug jersey. It wasn't exactly all about branding. I mean, nothing like that. To heritage and local recognition, the fan could identify a team instantly by street. This identity later became the foundation for merchandise culture, but at this stage it was still purely sporting. The idea that one shirt could someday sell millions of copies across the world would have sounded impossible. And the real turning point began in the 1970s. This was when football administrators and businesses started recognizing that jerseys was more than sportswear. It was valuable advertising space. One of the most revolutionary moments in football business came in 1973. German club Eintracht Braunschweig became the first Bundesliga club to place a commercial sponsor on the front of its jersey. The sponsor was Jagermeister. This was groundbreaking. At the time, the German Football Association had rules against shirt advertising. The idea was highly controversial. In fact, there was significant resistance from football authorities who felt that commercial logos would pollute the purity of the game. But the club found a creative way around the restriction. Instead of placing a conventional ad, they altered the club badge to incorporate the sponsor stag logo. Then on March 24, 1973, they became the first Bundesliga team to wear a sponsored shirt in a league game. These moments changed football economies forever. And why was this so significant? Because for the first time, the clubs realized something powerful. The shirt itself could generate revenue. Until then, money merely came from attendance. Now clubs could monetize the visual attention of millions of viewers. Every time a match was televised, every newspaper photograph, every fan in the stadium, every sports magazine's cover, the sponsor's brand was visible. That visibility had value. This was the birth of shirt sponsorship as a business model. It was in 1973, and to be precise, it was March 24. Eintracht Braunschweig, they were the team that first had sponsored shirts in the Bundesliga, and that was where the moment changed forever. That was the birth of shirt sponsorship as a business model. Today, what started as a controversial experiment has become one of the largest revenue streams in football. Major clubs now sign shirt sponsorship deals worth hundreds of millions, but it all traces back to the early steps in the 1970s. Shortly after sponsor logos came another major evolution. We started to see sportswear companies themselves began placing their logos on kits. Started to see different brands, the ones I mentioned earlier. They started becoming visible on club shirts. This was another commercial breakthrough, and now the shirts carried both the club identity, the manufacturer identity. These increased the shirt's value in the marketplace. It was no longer a uniform, it had become a commercial product. And this period laid the foundation for the modern kit industry. Another major development in the early days was the realization that fans wanted to own what players wore. This was the beginning of the replica culture. By the mid-70s, the club began designing shirts that could be sold to supporters. One of the earliest notable examples was Leeds United FC, which shirt became among the first deliberately designed for fan sale. Leeds United were one of the clubs, yes, to start selling shirts for supporters in the 1970s. And this was a major shift. Clubs moved from asking how do we dress players to asking how do we identify to fans? How do we sell the identity to fans? That single shift gave back to the global merchandise economy as we know it today. The shirt was no longer just sport equipment, it became culture, memory, loyalty, fashion, and revenue. Alright, let me take a breather, and when I return, I continue with the show. These are Sport Echoes right here on Melody 100.7
Melody 100.7 FM. Stay cool with Melody.
We are the newest in your city, the station that brings real entertainment. Melody FM 100.7 Ibadan. Stay cool with Melody. Melody FM 100.7. Stay cool with Melody.
Newest radio station is 100.7. What's the big difference? I just know just what I need. We play anything like this. And this. We could have had it back. Even this. A bigger variety with the biggest music library. 100.7. We play anything.
Let's do it.
He's onside this time. He's got Crespo in support. Here's Hernan Crespo, 2-0.
From the thunderous roar of the stadium to the silent moments that made history, from the dusty fields of Africa to the bright lights of the world stage, this is Sports Echo.
So I was talking about replica jerseys. How Leeds United were part of the first club to give to make shirts for their supporters. Now let's talk about a player kit to fan products. This was a major strategic shift. Clubs began asking a new business question: how can we turn football passion and fan passion into a product? And the answer was simple: sell the shirt. The idea was brilliant because it transformed supporters into consumers. Every fan who bought a jersey was no longer just emotionally invested, they became financially connected to the club. This was one of the earliest examples of football monetizing fandom at scale. In the late 1970s and 1980s, replica shirts started becoming more available to the public, especially in Europe. At first, many were designed mainly for children and young supporters, but demand quickly expanded. Soon, adult sizes became common as football culture widened. And in the 1980s, replica kits entered commercial space. The 1980s were particularly important. This was a decade where replica kits truly entered commercial marketplace. The the shirt was no longer only a sport uniform. It became a retail product. Shops began stocking club jerseys. Sports stores displayed them. And even vendors sold them around stadium. Fans began wearing them outside match venues. At these points, the shirt crossed from sportswear ink to lifestyle wear. This era also coincided with the growth of television football. Live broadcasts expanded the visual power of the jersey. When millions watch matches on TV, they saw the design, sponsors, colors, and branding repeatedly. And that visibility increased demand massively. Now, by the start of the 1983 and 84 season, regular live football broadcasts in England helped make shirts more commercially valuable and more desirable for fans. This was huge because more fans saw players in those kits, the more they wanted to own them. And if you see Messi's jersey as a Barca fan, like they say, Visca Barça, Visca Catalunya, you would want to have that type of jersey, wearing it at the back. For somebody like me that love Kaka so much, when I started to play football as a young lad, it was Kaka's jersey I insisted on. My dad got it for me, and anytime I'm on the pitch, it's Kaka. And then we used to even had something at the back of it, Almighty Kaka. So instead of Bobola, then they were calling me Kaka. I wasn't good enough, compared to Kaka. But I was trying to give splitting passes and all of it. But it's all in the past. Maybe when it comes to football, and right now I'm bigger and better. Yeah, so that is fans are talking about the fact that they saw players in those kits, and the more they wanted to own those kits. Now let's just look at the emotional side of it, the emotional side of it. Why did replica jersey become so successful? Because football is deeply emotional. A jersey is not just a fabric, it's memory, it's loyalty, it's pride. Now when a fan wears a shirt, it communicates identity. It says, "This is my club." Just like Barca fans, Messen Club. This is my club. For some people, a jersey represents a historical moment, a title-winning season, a famous player, a legendary match. For example, many Nigerians still treasure classic Super Eagles shirts from the USA 1994 World Cup because they symbolize one of the nation's greatest football moments. And this is why retro jerseys still sell strongly today. People are not just buying clothes, they are buying emotion and history. Then came the 1990s. This was when replica jersey exploded into global pop culture. Designs became bolder, patterns became more creative, and manufacturers experimented with geometric prints, brighter colors, unique colors, and special away kits and third kits. That's why right now in the football scene, like Chelsea, every season they release jerseys, and you see the players model for these jerseys. You think they love to create these jerseys? It's all about making money. Sometimes they go high and Bolabad were the show Melody Sunrise. Yeah, before I went on to talk about sports, and she was talking about jerseys in particular, that she loves some of these jerseys that these football teams have created for the Mundial. And she also mentioned that maybe Ghana's own is not all, but she said Germany, France. This is a lady who particularly is not so much interested in sports, but because of the jersey, it got her really, really intrigued. So that's how much these jerseys can do to fans, and it involves not just male, but also female. And that's why we see these teams now have away kits, home kits, third kits. In fact, some of them even have fourth kits, and also training kits. At least if you don't like the home kids, you like the away kid, you like the third kid, you shall like one of it. You understand? That's the business behind it. Football shirts became instantly recognizable fashion pieces as the 1990s moved jerseys from stadium culture into mainstream street culture. Young people wore them to school, social events, music scenes, and everyday life. At this point, the football shirt has become more both sportswear and also fashion wear. At this period also laid the groundwork for today's retro jersey craze. Many of the most sought after shirts in today's market come from the 90s, particularly amongst all the Super Eagles jersey. I'm going to be honest today, 1994 is that 1994 jersey, and also the Olympic jersey. That's the 1996 Olympic. You see those jerseys, I love them so much. I mean, compared to the recent ones. Even recently, the Super Eagles, ahead of one of their games, they had to wear that particular jersey. It still lives forever, more than 30 years after, and you still see people wear that particular retro jersey. Once club realized the scale of demand, replica jerseys became a major revenue stream, and these changed club economies. A club no longer depended only on ticket sales, sponsorship, or broadcasting. Now merchandise sales became a more pillar of income. A club with millions of fans worldwide could generate enormous revenues, even from supporters who had never attended a live match. This is the beginning of football globalization as a consumer brand. A fan in Lagos, London, Nairobi, New York would all buy the same jersey, and that is the power of replica merchandise. Let's talk about how clubs became global brands. This was also the era where clubs themselves evolved into global brands. Now think of clubs like United, Real Madrid, FC Barcelona, Arsenal Football Club, Chelsea Football Club. These clubs stopped thinking only as a football institution. They began operating like multinational companies. They built official club stores, international online shops, global shipping system, seasonal product launches, and also limited edition releases, and also retro collection. This was no longer about selling home shirts alone. Now clubs sell home kits, away kits, third kits, training wear, travel wear, retro shirts, and also lifestyle apparel, accessories. Just those players banned. I remember a particular fan told Rafinha to give him, I think it was him, not her. Should give him his band, just a band, and Rafinha was stunned. Like, imagine, what do you need my band for? I mean, I just roll it on my hand, and there's nothing deep. But that's how much these particular brands have become really, really top. Every fan, everybody wants all of these kids. The football fan was now a year-round consumer. And now talking about or using Rafinha as an example, now it means that the players have now become a brand. And in today's football economy, some players are brands so powerful that their commercial value can rival that of an entire club. That was the reason why I played that particular clip earlier in the program, where Ronaldo talked about the brands Florentino Perez got that makes it the Galactico era. David Beckham, Zinedine Zidane, Raul, and himself, the Lima Ronaldo. So those players were brands, and the club Real Madrid made money from the brands. And in today's football economy, some players are brand so powerful that their commercial value can rival that of an entire club. This is where we talk about image rights and personal merchandise. Image rights refer to the legal and commercial rights attached to a player's identity, the player's name, face, photograph, signature, voice, initials, nickname, shirt number, and even social media presence. In simple terms, it's the right to control and profit from how a player's image is used commercially. So if a company wants to use a footballer's image for adverts, a billboard, product campaign, boot launch, a video game cover, a clothing line, they must have the legal rights to do so. And that right usually comes through a contract or licensing agreement, and this is what turns a player's identity into a business asset. And in modern football, players are no longer employees of clubs, they are independent commercial entities. Think of players like Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Beckham, Kylian Mbappe, and yes, one man to mention is Victor James Osimhen. I mean, it's a lot to talk about when it comes to these licensing and merchandise, but because of our time, yes, giveaway session. Alright, so it's time for the giveaway. Yes, where I ask questions, and if you get them, you're going to win something. Alright, the studio lines officially open. 070-2520-107, 070-2520-107. You can as well call 070-5507-107, 070-5507-107, 070-2520-107. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah? Good afternoon, how are you doing? Okay, so pick a number from 1 to 20. Who is the current captain of the Super Eagles? Captain of the Super Eagles. Yeah. Don't worry, you're wrong. It's not Ademola Lookman, it's not Osimhen. It is Wilfred Ndidi. Thank you so much for calling. Hello. Good afternoon. Ibrahim, how are you doing today? Yeah, thank you very much. So pick a number. Number 15. Number 15. Who is the head coach of the Flamingos? The under 17 Flamingos. Female theme. Yeah? Nah, it's not Zabar. It's for the female team, the under 17 Flamingos. Go in. Okay, thank you so much for calling. So the head coach of the Flamingos is Akim Busari Ishola. Hello. Good afternoon. Michael from Gates. Okay, pick a number. Number 11. Which team currently tops the MPFL table? Which team currently tops the MPFL table? Okay, so you're wrong. It's Rivers United. Yeah, thank you so much for calling. It's keenly contested between Rivers and Enugu Rangers. But currently, it's Rivers United. Zero 07025201107 07055071107. Okay, you can do well to be part of the program. Alright, no more calls. I mean, just because of our time. So as we draw the curtain on today's discussion, now let's us take a moment to reflect on the journey we have taken from the early days when football shirts were simply uniforms, one on the page, to the rise of sponsorship and licensing, to the birth of replica jerseys. Football is no longer just a sport, it is a full-scale business ecosystem. Special thanks to the studio manager for today, Yusuf. Big shout out to Amos33, my boy, at the engineering sector right there, and also Auntie Fee